We're here at the city of McAllen's Palmview Golf Course. With us right now some very special guests to talk about the annual Vamos Golf Cup Tournament. With me right now is John Oliva with Vamos.
Yes.
Dr. Armando Moncada, who's the tournament chairman for the golf tournament. Of course, Carlos Espinosa, our very own Palmview Golf Course director and of course pro. And Dr. Teddy Bear from DHR, our sponsors this year for this great event that's going to happen. John, you want to tell us a little bit about Vamos?
Absolutely. For almost 20 years now, Vamos has been raising funds to give deserving seniors here in the Rio Grande Valley a chance to get a secondary education. We've been providing 4-year renewable scholarships for these students that we award. Over the last, like I said, almost 20 years, we've given away probably almost $15 million in scholarships. Last year was the first year that we actually awarded $1 million in 4-year renewable scholarships. Now, if these students, if they maintain their 2.75 GPA all 4 years of their college or university, we continue to fund them until they graduate. And this is at the college or university of their choice.
Vamos has impacted a lot of lives here, young lives.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Put a lot of kids to school.
Yes.
Dr. Armando Moncada, you're the tournament chair. You're sort of
Yes.
responsible for putting this big event together. Tell us a little bit about this, your sponsor, and what's going to happen.
Well, it's not just me, but a lot of committee members and volunteers that come in to have fun on March 7th. What entitles is to have 2 rounds, the morning and afternoon flight, and 4 people is scramble, Florida Scramble. This year we have $1 million that will be for the qualifier for the par 3. The idea of the tournament is to raise money, basically, and for some happy golfers who can go home with a winning prize and different prizes that we put in every hole. The idea of the tournament, like I said, is to have fun, to raise money, and maintain kids in a scholarship and going to a higher education.
And of course, you couldn't do that with some of your great sponsors, and DHR is this year's great tournament sponsor. What can people expect besides great golf? You said there's going to be also, you have door prizes, there's other stuff that goes on that day, right?
Well, yes, Renaissance this year is a sponsor along with the dealership in San Juan that they're gracious enough to provide the money, because you have to run tournament with money. You can't go for free. In addition, the golfers will have a good dinner. They have beer, they drink beer, and have fun. The idea, like I said, is to raise money for the students, and they can win a car in every par 3. There's different models that are set up for whoever wins a hole-in-one. In addition to the $1 million that will be for the qualifiers. In addition to that, you have the regular prizes that we put together for number 1 and number 3, winners in the morning and winners in the afternoon. And of course, food. It can be a tournament without food and beers.
Well, thank you, Doctor. And Carlos, you've been partnered up with Vamos for many years now. Tell us about how important and interesting this tournament is.
Well, first of all, Roy, I want to make sure that I thank the Vamos organization for the opportunity to be part of the event. I believe this is going to be about the 7th time that we host it for them, and their committee is amazing. They're very involved. They work truly around the clock, every month of the year. I go to most of the meetings, and they try to think of every little detail possible, and they're always aspiring to make the event better. Because of that, the committee and their willingness to work at it, it is without a doubt the premier golf event in the Rio Grande Valley. Raises almost $1 million every year. They have not quite reached the million, but they get really, really close every year. I think this is going to be the year. And so, having said that, this year's event is going to be fantastic. I think the weather this year is going to help the course be in better condition, and they've got some tremendous prizes, $20,000 in team prices. The door prizes are second to none. And the food, I mean, not many tournaments serve steaks to the players. So, without a doubt, the premier golf event in the Valley, and an honor for the city of McAllen, Palmview Golf Course, and my staff to be partnered up with.
Well, let me ask you, you're the golf pro here at Palmview. What can golfers expect out here in the course?
Well, it's a real challenge. First of all, we have 2 shotguns, one at 7 in the morning, the other one at 1. Each one of them has 144 players, and it's almost like 2 events in one day. The morning scores do not compete with the afternoons, and the reason the committee does that is because they don't want people to have an advantage if the weather is good in the morning and not so good in the afternoon. So each tournament has its own set of prices, its own set of door prices, its own set of hole prices. It's 2 totally different events. And I think that the real thrill for this year is going to be that every player in the field is going to have a chance to win $1 million through a hole-in-one that's going to take place at the conclusion of the afternoon shotgun. So aside the prices, the food, the fun, and tremendous turnout from our community, I think it's just a delightful afternoon of golf or morning for the player.
Well, let me ask you, Teddy Bear, how did you like all this information? It's great, right? The food? You really like the food.
Yeah.
Awesome, Teddy.
Yeah.
Dr. Teddy Bear, thank you very much. And of course, Vamos couldn't have done this with all the local sponsors and stuff, and DHR is just your sponsor. John, once again, remind people what about the tournament date and time,
Okay.
and if they have more information, where they can contact you.
It's March 7th. It's coming up in just a few weeks, March 7th, here at the Palmview Golf Course. For more information, please call 631-1273. Ask for a Vamos volunteer. Somebody will give you all the information. We need as much help as we can get, either to sell sponsorships, to be volunteers. It's volunteering at its best. There's a lot of fun, a lot of things going on for fundraising, for scholarships for all our deserving students here in the Valley.
Well, thank you very much. And Dr. Armando Moncada, anything you'd like to add?
Just that we would like to have them come and play and help us with to contribute with the funding to raise the money for the students.
Well, there you go. You have 2 doctors here, Dr. Armando Moncada and, of course, Dr. Teddy Bear, who are asking y'all to support Vamos so they can provide scholarships to our community here for all the high school students who want to live a dream and get their degree. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.